Action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, this is what's really happening. And I got Michael Doremi in studio. We could talk now.
Oh, we can talk now? Hi,
Yeah,
nice to
I
see you
believe
again,
we
Luke.
Talk now. Yeah, so Doremi, that's a very unique last name.
It's a little bit of Italian roots, but mostly Mexican roots.
Okay. Musically talented family because the do re mi.
I can act and I can write and I can direct and produce, but I'm not a singer, so I missed that part.
Got Deep
That
Tennis
cheat.
Shoe in the studio, comedian, and maybe now you could be in movies too.
Yeah, sure.
When
Without any climbing.
Without any climbing.
Yeah.
well, when your leg gets better.
No, man. I'm too busy for climbing. It's just
Well,
it feels too big to me.
Michael, what do you say about people that are too busy for climbing?
Well, I mean, his thing might be something else, like maybe he likes coding. I don't know.
Yeah.
Coding? You like coding?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
Pays the bills.
I stopped after the second prescription. It was really good though, coding and oxys, and it was on some Vicodin, I believe too.
Yeah.
Then they had me inserting some kind of thing in my stomach, so I don't get the blood clots. I don't even know how that all went.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know why that would be that. I just knew. All right, I'm gonna get used to putting a needle in me. It had its cool moments.
Yeah.
What is you like about coding?
I like some other things about coding.
Like coding, doing
Yeah.
code up for her computer, back
Yeah.
end stuff, not codeine.
Yeah, you like how it puts you to sleep.
Putting to sleep, not much. I don't like nodding. Yeah.
You don't like nodding, so you wouldn't like definitely wouldn't like the fentanyl
Definitely
Lot
not.
of-
I
or
like
the-
staying alive.
or the heroin. A lot of nodding there.
Yeah.
I like to just be put out. I think that's what the coding does. Like I like trying to fight it, and then it just put you out. Like you don't stay nodding.
I know what you mean. Like melatonin does that without all that. You don't die, like, you don't overdose.
I also had that prescription melatonin.
Oh,
too.
really?
It's
Yeah.
prescription. I didn't know that comes in prescription. It was amazing. That and the coding mixed together, it really helped put me out. But I told myself, okay, I love this stuff, which means just one more prescription, and then I'll just fight it off with something else. I mean, because
Another thing could be you could just work throughout the day and just tire off and sleep. That's another way people go to sleep.
just working puts you to sleep.
No, just like working throughout the day and then you can just fall asleep without codeine, melatonin, or anything.
But back end
Yeah.
coding would put me asleep, and maybe not you, but definitely I'd be like asleep if I was to code, not do coding.
Yeah, I can't believe that your job sucks though. It puts you to sleep. Is it just like tiring or? Well, I guess it would be tiring to put you to sleep, but it sounds like. But the way you say that, it means like like it sucks. Does
No,
it?
it doesn't. Like
It's just very strenuous. Is that?
no, it's fun.
It is. It is fun. Yeah. I've come to that point where it seems like every other job is fun but mine.
Oh,
What's your job?
Well, I work in a supermarket.
Uh-huh.
I tell you, man, I've become very dumb, and it makes me realize that I used to be smart. I never thought I was that smart before till I realized how many brain cells I feel like I'm losing. I really don't know the difference of there and there with the EI and the ER version anymore. I couldn't even, the other day, I couldn't even really drive a Prius anymore. I fully forgot how Dana was all, did you forget to drive? She was getting nervous. I feel like the job is really, I like, it's killing my mind more than my body. Because I could make it through working with a broken leg, but my brain goes, look,
Well,
we
they are
need to
coming
gain
up
some
with
cells.
they're coming up with driverless cars. So
Yeah.
You
sit
don't
there.
need at least the driving brain cells.
Those are killing people, though, aren't they?
Not really, one or two, I guess.
Yeah, one or two.
Oh, it ain't
That's what I
bad.
heard.
In fact, I don't know. We got too many people in this world anyway, don't they? Like, I mean, I don't think they even know how many people we have in this world now. Like, let's just guess, It's just
Just
all right,
Google
man,
it.
I mean, it was like the lotto. When they reach a certain amount, they can't add that extra number anymore. We have too many people. Right?
But it's fine. Like, how does it affect you if there are too many people?
Well, like when I noticed the pandemic, it was nice. Just I was speeding.
Yeah.
Because even police didn't want to get near people, really, because they didn't want to get sick. So no people at all. I was going quick. It was nice. Not too
Nobody
many
in the
people.
streets. It was like a dad. You could just walk in the streets and no one's there.
I kind of noticed there weren't even really any real tweakers out here in the city. No addicts. The dealers gave up for a little bit. The tents went elsewhere. It was nice. It was nice. I'm glad though the people of India brought us you. the good people of India. I feel like unless you were being sarcastic, I saw something where you feel like India is more fun than America. Is that right?
It can be. Yeah. Like, people there are not politically correct all the time.
Yeah.
We are just making fun of each other. You can. Like, all of my best friends are the people who have roasted me the most. But here you have to be always careful around people. You don't know what will end up offending someone.
Yeah. So they don't speak politics, is it?
No, they speak politics, but like in general, you can.
Oh.
Nothing's off limits when you are hanging out with friends or making fun of each other.
Like when they feel a certain way, they really get together, though, right? I feel like I've seen some situations where the politicians go wrong and everyone just mobs that person, right? Does that happen in the India?
Like what?
It happens
Where
everywhere.
they're like, what did that politician guy say? Hey, let's go get him, and they just go mob that.
Oh no, you cannot go against politicians in India.
No, you can't do that
Yeah.
there either. Okay. Oh.
You can do that in Portland, Oregon. That's
Yeah.
common there.
You could probably do that more here than there, probably, right?
Yeah, in India, politicians have too much power. You don't want to mess with them.
What do they deal? What do they do when someone steals out there? Like,
If mostly people don't care, just like San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah, I mean there are so many
Okay.
people who would go and find someone for like a petty theft.
okay, well, you said most of them don't care. Does that mean you can also handle it? Like,
Oh, no.
No, they protect the thieves out there too.
Not protect the thieves. It's like over here. Like if the crime is under what $500, they don't even charge anymore. So there's no law like that, but people would rather spend their time on earning more money rather than chasing after $500.
Worth the merchandise, yeah. This material would be good for your future shows. This material that he's sharing.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, gosh, I gotta see.
This craziness.
I always have material till someone points it out, but no. Paul's given me material before. I remember the joke about the Redbox role playing. I brought on stage one time. That's when someone's on. You're returning your Redbox rental. That would be role playing in the bedroom. That's when the person's on their period. I remember hanging out with Paul. Gave me that joke one time. But yeah, it's my, India. I don't think I've ever had anyone on here that's been the spokesperson for India. Actually, that's just what I do. I call someone the spokesperson when they're kind of a first. And
Spokesperson for India, nice.
yeah, because like you're the first Indian from India.
Mm-hmm.
I was out there and people asked what India, and so New Delhi.
Yeah,
That's where you're from.
yeah.
It's sort of like when I first came on the show, it was one of his first rock climbing friends.
So you
and
were the
stuff. So I'm like the
spokesperson.
spokesperson for rock climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So when someone's a first, that's what we do here. So now we have to keep having you on with issues about India. We have no problems with India, do we?
I don't think so.
We are very free, but India very peaceful people. Right?
Yeah, we just want our money and green cards. That's all
I
we
saw
want.
that movie, The Slumdog.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a stupid movie.
So so you heard it here first. Well, the voice of India feels like that's a very stupid movie.
Yeah. Like,
Wait, okay, what makes it stupid?
so I guess it won awards for like its music. There was this guy, what was his name? A.R. Rahman. He was the music producer of that movie. He was Indian. He won. What are the music awards you guys give out?
Emmys? Oh, I'm sorry, no,
Yeah,
the Grammys.
he did
the
win
Grammys.
an award.
Yeah, and the music is so bad. Like, that same guy has produced much better music in Bollywood movies, but he got an award for like Jai Ho, the stupidest song out there.
There was a guy recently. He won. I think it was a Grammy.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's the same guy.
That was for an Indian movie, but I don't like that movie too. That's that's also bad.
So are these what Americans think are good Indian movies from India, but aren't really
So-
good?
Like right now, they just want to diversify, and whatever looks brown or looks colored, they just go for it. And like
Okay.
we don't really care for that, but I guess Americans do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I could have done with
Yeah, white people.
So so they need to make their rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. So no wonder we didn't have a Brokeback Mountain sequel. Because they just need. No, I'm saying because they need to make their rounds. This doesn't have to do with India. It's just making their rounds.
Actually, I'm producing the sequel, so it's going to take place in Modesto.
My gosh, talk about needles. Well, at least they don't have them on the streets out there in Modesto. Gosh, Modesto.
Because they're all here on Market and 7th Street.
Yeah, they congregate. Out there, they don't really congregate.
Yeah.
But I've given people rides for tweakers rides out there for that's like
For a blowjob?
no, not the blowjob. They have no. You're thinking of that drink at the Bikini Barista place. There's a little like milk sort of drinks. Every one of them had those little milk
Soy milk?
drinks. No, it was the little things. The little things.
Creamers?
It comes in a pack, but that's what they would give me. I think
Why are you taking stuff from the homeless people?
Yes.
Like-
I mean, they have a home. No, in Modesto, it's easier to have a home.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about people over here.
Out here, no. You know what? I'm more likely to pick something off the street in Modesto Falls on the street versus out here because it might have fentanyl residue. Out
Just
here.
as a rule, maybe don't pick up anything from the street.
Yes.
I think that's a
I
better
agree.
rule.
I could drink to that.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
out here, like, what if you drop something like your wallet? I mean, out here,
That's different.
I'd probably drop my wallet and I'd be like, gosh, darn it, how am I going to pick that up? Oh, gosh, I don't want to die.
It's funny because you're talking about like homeless and drugs and addiction around here.
Yeah.
When I first met you, as you know, I'm doing a film called Rockaholic. At that time, I was so excited about sharing that with the world, but it really became about community. And it wasn't until probably the last 2 years where I lived in Portland, Oregon, where I started to help people out there and work with homeless people and work with at-risk youth. And I'm also an addict, so I was able to kind of help get them to meetings. At one point I said, hey, why don't you come to my rock climbing group? I'll teach you how to rock climb. And so I've actually taken 6 people off the streets, helped get them jobs,
Wow.
helped get them rock climbing, and then, help them with their addiction stuff. I can take them to meetings. I can't make them stop. They have to want to be willing to change. But
Yeah.
just all the things that we see out here and we're talking about today just kind of reminds me of the people that are most affected,
Okay, yeah, I don't think we were on that level last time.
No,
you
it's
came
been
out with the
amazing.
video.
Yeah. As I grew, I think that gave me the sort of tools I needed to really help people more. Sorry.
It's
I mean,
all
it's not so serious, but it was fun. It was
No, you would be surprised. Like all of my master's research was to help people struggling with addiction using social media and machine learning,
Nice.
natural language processing. So I've done a lot of research in like opioid addiction.
We could do a meetup for climbing and machine learning, or we could do a movie. My next movie. We'll work
So
together.
so deep. Time.
Yeah.
So you studied in this, the helping people,
Yeah.
It's nice.
but like so by
So I have like 8 or 10 research papers out there about this stuff. Yeah.
so was this I know some people have to take certain things. Was this by choice?
Oh yeah, this was like everyone has to do like a master's project, but I ended up doing research and natural language processing was coming along, social media was coming along, and then drug addiction just seemed really unique, especially in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get somewhere with this. You
Yeah.
you want to help people.
Yeah, but then I haven't done that in like 2 years now. I mean, continued that research. Then I moved into something else and comedy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes it's easier to help you when you just like see the big picture from a distance, instead of just walking down. You know, I notice you walk down the streets, you'll end up like kind of having a hate towards certain people instead of wanting to help.
So for me, like I'm obviously from India, so I'm used to seeing poor people on streets. So I'm not like shocked by them. So I always try to like give out $1 or anything I can do to help.
Yeah. Oh, that's the big difference. You give out the dollar. Yeah, I never do that. I never give out anything. In fact, I was about to get out of my car, and this
And
woman
you
came
don't-
up to me. She said, can I get $1?" I said, "No, I don't have any money. I don't even know if I have any money." Wait, imagine that. Like, if I just said, well, you know what? Let me see if I have any money. And then I was like, oh no, I don't have $1 though. Sorry, I have money. I just don't have $1. But then now she's seen I got all this money. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. So I just guess already and go, I don't have anything.
I think you as a comedian, it gives you a really good chance to kind of tell stories, obviously, but also impact people who are suffering, whether it be addicts or people who are homeless. It's a great tool, and I would love to, hear about your comedy stuff. What about you, Luke? Do you want to hear about his comedy stuff?
Yeah. Well, no, we're rolling into it. That's,
Cool.
That's why,
Cool. I can't wait.
I just sit here and I let it happen. And so you know the weirdest thing is deep.
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about this doesn't have to do with what I was gonna say, but you ever thought of a nickname like The Deep? Or just using your name.
No, so like I usually go by DJ or J. Yeah.
Oh.
But like when I was going with DJ, Americans just fucked up my name and started calling me BJ. So
That's terrible.
yeah.
If any time to want to leave this country, geez, I'd be like, yeah, the Americans are really nice here. Thanks for the welcoming. What? Gosh, you guys were like different sides of the worlds and different stuff going on. Americans are weird, huh?
No, but America is the only place where you can be in a room with like people from 10 different countries.
Yeah.
No other place in the world can do that. That's the best thing about America.
I mean, even when you're like from here, you just think they're just weird people. I haven't been anywhere else. I haven't been to any other country, but it's like our whole we want to stand up for things like, oh wait, it's that person's anti whatever, but at the same time we
Because you don't have to worry about other things. So like you don't have to worry about food, good air, good water. That all is taken care of. So you start worrying about things that move you, things that matter to you.
yeah, like people's videos they're putting out there. Like, oh, you know what? I want to see what this person's up to every day instead of out there and try to help people get food and water.
Yeah.
That's is that become the American way? Or instead of like helping people, we're just gonna talk about helping people, not actually help people. I mean, obviously not.
I mean,
not you
America has
two.
always been a capitalist economy, so it's always about helping yourself and then doing charity to evade taxes.
Taxes. Yeah, exactly. Is it tax time's coming up?
Yeah. As far as like, I see a lot of campaigns on social media where people post, "Oh yeah, my brother had cancer. Donate to this cause," or
Yeah.
November they don't shave, stuff like that. And I always ask these people, I'm like, "Well, these are great causes that you're promoting, but have you actually donated money yourself out of your own pocket?" And then they get silent or not yet, but I will. And I don't get that. I'm like, you're sitting here asking us to help these causes, but you're not helping themselves. So what the heck? So I don't know.
You know what cause would make me want to donate? If I don't see you asking for donations and you just do some video of how well, it's got to be real, how you're every day, or it's so noticeable too, how you just every day trying to get that money to help out your cancerous brother or your whoever is ill or whoever needs that money that you're asking for. You just every day just trying to do it on your own, just so exhausted. And then people will be like, "Oh my gosh, let me help you." Instead you just like going right away like, "Hey, oh my gosh, let me do this GoFundMe or something," instead of like actually, like me, I would go like third, fifth job, whatever I could do to try and get that money. But those aren't the people that get the money, right? The people that are trying so hard. You know what I never understood? Like, well, for one thing, you're talking about like certain months. I never understood the No Nut November. That's one. But I also never understood like people trying to get money for funerals. Like, if you didn't have much to begin with, why the hell? What do you? How much of a funeral expense do you need here? Like, can't you just throw that person in an oven?
What?
I mean,
Hitler did that. That didn't
Yeah.
end well.
so let's talk about Hitler. How expensive do you think it took for him to put people in an oven?
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun.
Oh no. I mean no, because I just like throwing the bodies in there. That was heavy. It doesn't sound like fun. But I mean like so.
Yeah, humans and ovens don't go well together. Let's just stop it.
And
Yeah.
so
Human pizzas.
I wasn't. Yeah. Speaking of human pizzas, so this thing was like a big. It did look like a huge pizza oven, right? It was. People just walked in it and then closed the door. What were the expenses for that?
Mm-hmm.
If any at all, really. Now I think I'm getting to a point. The government paid for it, right?
Maybe.
The government paid for all the expenses for the cremations. Oh,
Speaking about cremations, I think like in my family, they don't have a lot of money, and so for the last few people that passed away, there wasn't a lot in life insurance. They did cremate the person, and they didn't do a GoFundMe, but
Yeah,
they
right.
had to kind of work with what means they had. They didn't ask people outside of our family for money. This are proud people, but they did do the cremation, and it helped a lot. So I want to go cremation way. You can just put me scatter over the mountains I climb, or the bay, or the ocean, but
Yeah.
not the tenderloin, not the TL. Don't scatter my ashes there.
You want me
No way.
inserted into people's veins?
No, that would be bad because, well, yeah, no, it would be good because I'm sober, so it'll be kind of clean blood and stuff happening in there. So I'm good with that.
They should do that. So they should cremate people and put them in people's veins in the city, and then follow that person and see what happens to that. So another thing, why can't they just? You know how people just strung out on this
Yeah.
the like street out here? Why can't they be? Why can't they be experimented on?
Who?
I mean, no, not I mean, no, not me, because I'm not out there strung on that.
You mean
on that.
experimented on while they're alive or while they're passed to the other
Yeah,
side?
why they're well, they're pretty much. I've seen people. They look like they're just passing to the other side. I mean, would that be wrong? I mean, you want to make purpose for people.
They would have to consent to it. And if they get money out of it or something, or some food or monetary, that would be good. If they're willing to
Well,
consent
they're already
to
getting food. I mean, geez. So that is another thing. If they're not getting food from us, then that's just a waste. I mean, if all the drugs are making you not eat, and we have all these, resources, and yeah. Speaking of EBT and food stamps, who shouldn't be on those?
rich people.
Yeah, so I know this guy owns a bar. He comes into my work. He uses the EBT, and I turn off my light and I'll walk away when he comes over. But it's not because of that. I just don't like the guy. But that's probably him. So he has the EBT. Him and his partner. They use the EBT. I mean, do you think that's wrong? The guy owns a bar.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, I would agree. That one's wrong.
All right, we heard it here.
Have you ever seen where the politicians are always talking about the welfare hoes, and
Yeah.
the welfare mothers and all that stuff? They're constantly talking about them, but they're the main ones that are on welfare.
Yeah.
They're rich people.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, the guy that you see come into your store.
Yes.
They go in with EBT cards, food stamps, and they don't have a problem
That's so
using it.
sad.
But as soon as it comes time to vote, we got to get rid of the welfare queens and the second.
They don't want competition.
We got to get rid of abortion because what they're doing with abortion, they want you to have a kid, but when the kid is here, they don't want you to get on welfare.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't want you to do this, but they want you to do that. They want you to do this, and then they want you to do that. But the whole point to the matter is, as soon as you get on the system, now you're a drain on society.
Yeah.
But yet, if you have an abortion, you're a piece of shit. I mean, as a person in society, you can't win because everything is stacked against you. You notice how inflation, when they gave everybody raises and they moved the minimum wage up, we haven't had inflation in 30 fucking years.
Yeah. It's a long
The
time.
last time that the minimum wage went up. If you look at every time the minimum wage goes up,
Mm-hmm.
we get inflation. That's to keep.
Oh yeah, minimum wage is a joke, man. Yeah, minimum wage is a joke.
That's made to keep the middle class and the lower class where they are.
Yeah. So you can manage them that way or control them.
Anytime that they try to boost up the middle class, like I was born in the 70s and 80s. That's where I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you had politicians that were really trying to do something, and trying to expand the middle class. Because you expand the middle class, you get more money coming in. And then you got, the poor wanting to be in the middle class. So you got everybody trying to reach to get to this level. And what welfare gave minorities a helping hand back in the 70s and 60s. And that's why child support and all that stuff was made, and welfare was made to keep the family together. But in the black and brown community, it was made to keep the father out. That's why there's so many fatherless families.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I do agree with Hens pretty often. But I'm more conservative. I feel like maybe that's why I got called I think it was a libertarian a couple weeks ago. Because I guess I do have balanced views. Like I wouldn't be able to sit in the same room too long with conservative telling me their views too much, because it'd be like, hold on, actually I don't agree with that. So I do play the balance. Yeah, I mean, people need to stop voting for the minimum wage. They get too excited about the minimum wage, and it's always going to be the lowest. But I guess they see that number and they're like, "Ooh, we need that," but you don't, because everything else is going to go up, especially by the time that minimum wage goes up.
I wonder how are people in power making these decisions about the different programs that serve people who lacked, families, single parents, people who are struggling. If they've never had that experience themselves, they would establish much more credibility if they were someone that kind of went through the ranks and they came from that sort of broken home and they didn't have anything and they decided to get into politics to help the people. Because like I was in the 70s, I remember that happening, and it would be if I'm on welfare and someone's saying, well, they're going to take this much money away from my food stamps, because I think that's kind of been happening recently. I would have a hard time if that guy was like from Washington D.C. and he went to Yale and he's the decision maker. He pushes that button where we're going to cut there. I have a problem with that. I think that there's a lot of people in Washington D.C. and politics in general that make these decisions about families who have nothing, or about people who could run to drugs because they can't afford to live in society. I have a hard time with people who make these decisions if they don't know really in our shoes what we experience, because they've never been there. So that's my platform for that stuff.
That's why I always felt like a lot of these people be watching all the news, especially the main political competition channels, the ones that are competing with each other, and it's like these guys don't really matter to me really, because I feel like I still got to go to work the next day. We could, I mean, the whole world could be going down. It's like, I could still got to work the next day. I mean, it's not like I don't feel like they've ever really done anything for me. Or when I say me, I mean, the person that I guess seems unnecessary, other than voting time, because it seems like the only people that are really necessary with these politicians are the rich, or if you're some way networking with these people. There's no way you really have to network with me. I mean, I'm a man that has to go to work the next day. I don't really have anything they could really get from me.
It's like networking at fundraisers for politics. If someone's running, they're easy to network and build relationships with people who have money, who's signing the checks to give them to them. But when you see them network with people of color or people who are poor or whatever, you just see sound bites or photo ops, and that's it. We don't ever get to see, do these people really know what these people are going through? One photo,
I didn't want to hear all that.
One photo in a sea of brown and black faces doesn't mean that you're sensitive to their issue or you even know what they're going through. I should run for office because I've been on both sides of the fence.
Well, yeah, like
you can run for office with me.
Oh, I cannot. I'm not a citizen.
Oh, well, let's get you there.
Run for office. You just can't be the president.
Oh,
or you can marry me and then you can get your paper. So no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But have you guys seen the show The Veep on HBO?
Oh gosh, one of my managers keeps talking about that show.
It's the best show. One of my favorite shows. Really good comedic writing, and it's all about politics. And it just shows that politicians just don't care about anyone. They just care about themselves and their ladder up the food chain. Yeah.
Well, it seems like a game, because it seems like the moment they get into office, they're just working on staying in office. That's what I've noticed recently. It seems like they're just getting ready to run again.
I feel as soon as people realize that everyone is out there looking for themselves, no one's really taking care of you or thinking about you when they are making decisions. Everyone's just selfish. So I think everyone needs to just think about themselves and how to keep going forward.
And they don't even know what the heck they're doing. No one's given them some sort of test or class before they get into this political office as a council person. How do they know what to do?
I mean, they're
it's so obvious they don't know what they're doing.
They're just a face, and they have like big task forces behind them that make the decision. And
it's just
George Santos.
Yes.
Margie Taylor Greene, his girl.
Ex-president. No.
Yeah, I mean, I need to get Marjorie Taylor Greene back on the show. I mean,
Was she a politician? I don't know her.
Yeah, I had her on at a time when it seemed like things were a little better. Before the lasers and all that came into play. I mean, and then I don't have her phone number anymore. She had to get rid of it. So we need to talk again, because there's a good person in there. I mean, I don't know if people bashing her looks, but she's a boot camp instructor.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you think that all these politicians, the way they're acting now, act this way when the cameras are off?
No.
I mean, no.
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 I think it's an act. It's
And
like acting.
we would have no idea. So I would just have to go. I doubt it. Because like I say, like it is a job. Everything they do, I've looked at all these people and realized everything they do is just, it seems like a job. Like
Popularity contest?
it's a political
Popularity
job.
contest. That's
Well,
perfect.
definitely what we're going through right now.
They're
I mean,
older versions of our high school selves.
Bingo.
I do.
Boom.
So I do hate seeing the back and forth thing. I've noticed that with Newsom's Twitter, to where he's bashing the Republicans, and I would feel the same way if Republicans were doing the same thing, bashing.
They're bashing Nancy Pelosi's
'Cause-
face all the time. It's so sad. Poor Nancy.
Her and AOC and
Yeah.
Biden.
And
I mean,
Diane.
if it's fair, it's like okay, but it's just bashing to like I hated when they always bash on Kamala. How they call her a hoe. It's like, come on, man.
You're projecting what's happened for you and
I
your
mean, just
family.
like I didn't like when Melania was getting bashed. It's like, come on, man. For one thing, this politics. Like, ain't we supposed to have like some kind of women's movement involved? I mean, yeah. I mean that involves morals, bashing women. Like, come on, man.
And what everybody knew, Melania was a model slash, Putin. Hey, go with that dude right there. Go get him in.
I mean, she was a model, so it's just crazy that people were bashing on her pictures and her.
All her nude pictures?
I mean, she was a model. She was what she
Why would
already said she
a
was.
model want to be married to an old man like that? I don't get it.
Well, I mean, there's a
Like what?
as long as there's
There are so many models
lot
who
of
have
things to
married
do with that.
old men.
Probably because they got
Money.
some money and power.
Hefner.
Yes.
uh,
But his magazine
I mean-
were actually interesting. I mean,
I
the
mean,
articles were good.
Trump was. I mean, that was his ways. I mean, he was leading up to his ways. I mean, it's crazy that people bashed him in that area when it comes to women. Like,
Well, he was married when he was doing all this shenanigan stuff.
yeah, but as people go on the like political stuff, you got something politically to bash on him. Okay, just all right. We're back on track there.
Anything about politics, so.
But he knew television. He knew how to get the eyeballs and get votes, make it interesting for everyone.
I do think people voted him in office, and he was nominated because of the economy.
Now, he was nominated because he brought all the evil out of everybody.
Yeah.
He made
Like
he made, not saying me as in myself, but he made me, say, Joe Six-Pack white guy that used to, that should be feeling entitled, but this black guy right here just came and got the same job that I got, and he just came off the street, but I don't know anything about his background.
he got you doing that?
He just got,
Right.
the job the same place as me, so why is this black dude working with this white guy right here? He shouldn't be working with me.
You're saying he got you doing that?
No, I'm just saying that's how he got people thinking. That's how he got.
He was a snake oil salesman. Snake oil.
It's like he told you, look it right here while he's got his finger in your booty hole.
Hey,
And not in a good way.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's interesting how. I mean, so Michael, what you say? Not in a good way. Obviously. I don't even want.
What are you alluding to?
Say, isn't that
What are you
weird?
trying to say?
Isn't that weird? Like, you're gay.
I'm not now. I just came out recently as demisexual, which you.
This is good that I said that.
Yeah, you place emphasis on the mental and the emotional piece to form that sort of relationship stuff before you get to the physical piece. I've always been that. We just called it growing up romantic, but I guess there's this new term, and I just kind of started to study it and see really. I'm like, that's me in a nutshell. So that's what I am. I'm not a hoe. I'm a romantic that walks on the beach, but we just call it demisexual. So I just came out as that.
So did you used to be a hoe?
No, well, a little bit.
I mean, 'cause I wouldn't
a little bit
judge
when
you.
when I was using drugs.
But
as
I
a
know
teen,
where we're
but that's it.
going with the hoe.
I was a safe
word.
hoe. Sorry,
There-
don't listen to that.
that is a very different area because wait, hold on. What's is still wait, demisexual doesn't so you still guys, you like guys.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think anybody can be somewhat demisexual. Doesn't have to be like someone that likes guys, girls. It's just whoever. But the difference is, like last night, I went on a date with someone from my work, and it was great. And we were both talking about how it's more important to kind of get to know the whole person first, and that was enough. And it was nice to meet someone like me, and it made that person more attractive from a mental and emotional perspective. But I could still say you're cute or you're handsome. That doesn't mean that I want to be a hoe with you. You know. It's
Okay. Yeah.
So you just does that mean you just wait for like 5-10 dates before
Like 22.
22?
That is, you know, you never know when the chemistry could happen. Then so I guess me and Dana we connected right away, but she
I told
I
her
was going to
earlier.
say other things, and I'm like, well, I don't know if she wants, but at the same time it was like, so I say we connected right away, but I don't know how I was, because obviously she got mad because certain ways I was acting, but I didn't have that. We were on the same level, I guess, feeling. I'd take a little while, but I guess it could have been that whole love first sight thing. I mean, could have been, because after we met and then hit off. But then I was fighting. I'm like, I don't know about this. And then it took a while to connect.
Yeah, exactly. But I was going to say,
yeah.
you're lucky to have her because I've known you for a couple years, and I've always seen you kind of as a playa, you know, sort of platform. But you
I like
been kind of
bananas,
single,
yeah.
But I like this. This is awesome. I think you're lucky to have her. So.
Yeah, it was a different.
And you're happy, and you can see the light, and you can see the growth, and you're very buoyant.
Oh.
I mean, you still, you still, you still crack me up with like your cats and your guinea pig. But to see you wearing
that's her thing too.
I love. Do you do that? Okay, I like this fact that you're wearing.
We got our outfits. Yeah.
But I like that you're wearing a guinea pig now because even though it's kind of funny and weird, you've grown, so it's awesome.
Yeah, fashion courtesy of Dana. Yeah, she got me the outfit.
It's kind of funny how women always change how men wear clothes. Because you just said that and it just sparked something in my head. Because I used to wear sweaters back in the day. My ex-girlfriend.
Mr. Rogers over there.
Oh, that's funny.
No, my ex-girlfriend used to like me in sweaters. And now my wife, I noticed that I went to go, because I was in a movie thing, and they told me, hey, Hens, do you have any sweaters? Did you? Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of sweaters. I go home, I look in my closet, not a fucking sweater in there.
Oh,
man.
I said, have you seen my sweater? Oh, I threw all that shit away. Why do you think you don't have stuff that your ex-girlfriend might make?
That's hysterical.
I bought my clothes. She didn't buy me shit. Like, how do you think I'm going to let you wear something your ex-girlfriend? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, son of a bitch. And now it makes sense.
Yeah.
She
That's
changed
great.
your wardrobe,
Yeah.
so that means your girlfriend's gonna do your
Boyfriend?
whatever boyfriend, girlfriend, don't know pronoun.
It won't be a girlfriend, that's for sure.
You never know.
So,
You
I mean-
want to be feminine one day.
No way.
What did she change? I mean,
You're in a gerbil costume.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a gerbil, but it's a guinea pig,
Gerbil
right? Yeah.
ones.
I did not start the onesies. They started that.
Actually,
I knew it.
we made each other comfortable doing it, I guess, because boy, I believe she had the haters about her onesies, and then I'm just I don't care, people say, and then so I think we formed together to embrace the onesies.
I think it's awesome.
That's cool. That's really cool.
You can wear them if you ever get married or have a commitment ceremony. You can wear onesies. That would be really funny. I've never seen that.
Y'all should get married in onesies.
That would be so
Can't pee on
fun.
those things easily if you're a woman.
How'd you get married? You ain't gotta pee. You supposed to be standing up and say I do.
He's just kind of little.
See, I think that's why I take a while with the whole relationship thing, because to me it's like I just think logistically and common sense. So I'm very glad she doesn't want kids, because that fits in with my logistics and common sense. because well, when we met, we both were on the same track of not wanting kids. So, but hey, well, I mean, Hed's bringing up some points there. We keep going back to. He said he's a woman, no guy. Woman. So you
To the demisexual.
you overrode the going dating guy with a demisexual. So do you just think becoming demisexual, it doesn't matter because you might flip? What's because you kind of you're not gay, you're demisexual. I didn't know that was like a.
It's a thing. It's really
So
to
it-
identify.
So can
who
you be
are.
a gay demisexual?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so I guess
yeah.
he's a gay demisexual.
Yeah.
So are we saying you're a gay demisexual?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm lost.
Well, I think.
No, we're helping you out there.
For
We're
example,
helping you
pan. If you said you were a pan, that means you're attracted to everything based on their personality and who they are, and even the physical and the sexual piece. But pan leaves it open for everything. And then there's demi, which is basically emotions and the mental stuff, and then the physical and stuff comes later. I feel like I've always been this way, like I mentioned earlier, but I don't feel alone anymore, and I feel confident, and I feel like because for a while being a gay man in San Francisco, wherever in a sea of hookups, I felt like I didn't fit in because I wasn't hooking up. I wasn't going to like a bathhouse. I wasn't going to after hour parties that are all having orgies because that's not me. I want breakfast in the morning. I want that long walk on the beach. That's the kind of stuff I like. So I stayed close to that when I moved here. But now in the last few years, as I really started to explore my sexuality, it was like, oh, that's me, this demisexual. That I don't have to be like this title, but I can still call myself a romantic because that's really truly who I am. But I feel like it's really changed things for my life in the last few years. It's really made me grown and get more confident about myself. I don't need to wear Gucci or go watch a drag show to have fun. Although there's
Oh my
nothing wrong with
gosh!
saying-
So
I'm kind of different.
So you did need to choose that extra, or else if you're just gay, the community expects you to be all into
yeah.
what's supposedly gay, and you
And there's
get
nothing
treated
wrong with that.
differently.
But I'd rather go rock climbing, for example, than go to a drag show brunch on Sunday. And drag shows, it's really a brunch with all that sunlight. In my day, when you go see a drag show, it's night, it's alluring, it's exciting.
Now they have them on
Who wants
Sundays.
to go see them on Sunday
at a
brunch
place-
when you're trying to eat?
Oh my gosh, you know. Okay, you know exactly what I was thinking, because I was like,
I'm just saying, I'm not
I was
trying to be
speaking,
mean.
and then I'm like, wait, hold on, he's talking about what I'm exactly talking. Jolene's, all right.
So basically, everybody has the same problems. Gay,
Yeah,
gay,
yeah,
straight,
exactly. Demi.
whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody has the same
Yeah.
issues
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah.
So it,
Yeah.
I'm like a fucking lost for words.
Well, no, I mean, because if you ain't going to the drag shows,
Exactly.
then the other gays are like, dude, you're not even gay anymore.
Kind of. They kind of they
You're
treat
not
you a
even
little.
gay anymore. Get out of our community.
They treated
Hey,
me.
look, check it out. And isn't it like they're checking his gay tip, or like for a man it'd be they're checking his masculinity. So
Yeah.
they're, oh, you ain't as gay as you.
Yeah, you lose the membership card. I got kicked out of the community in some
Yeah.
way, but they treated me different because I wasn't someone that would hook up. The minute they said, "Oh, I don't hook up," they treat you like you're in this box. You're different. It's really kind of weird.
Well, we need to differentiate, because you know I have a gay community comedian I have on, but it's more like you know, just joking around with. We should get deep with it, especially since we have the deep here with the gay community, and especially since you're a demi, so you're not as sensitive.
Chill. I know.
Yeah, so.
So I'm like,
I love it.
clueless.
I love it. Yeah, you're clueless.
I'm not. Does not
Let me take this away
I like
from
how
you. 'cause
it's
you're
only
too clueless.
5%, man. Hey, man. Treat me like I was when I
Yeah, but
first
well-
met you.
Yeah, but what happened before the 5%? Before we got here? No. I'm just-
No. I don't drink as much. He's a sober living
Oh, cool.
demi.
Cool.
So it means you know.
They can't drink because if you're sober.
No, I was getting on the demi part.
Oh.
It means like I mean, she's very loving, and she if things don't work out, she might kill me.
Let's talk about calming climbing.
No, she totally wouldn't.
Do you like that?
I would feel like why isn't she killing me right now? What's going? I'd be like, what's going on? Yeah, the hookup culture. Yeah,
Oh,
this guy, he was always talking about the San Bruno Park, and he would hook up with dudes in the bushes.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, it seems like it would be dirty and itchy, for starters.
See,
That's what I think.
this is what separates you from the gays. The gays, the regular gay.
Just call them. The nice way to say it is polyamorous. You know, have multiple partners, sexually active, sex positive. My mom calls those sluts still. Oops, sorry.
But see, maybe they should be poly because these are guys that are trying to. They say they stick to one guy and they're even married, and then they'll be meeting dudes in the parks or and bringing
the DL.
bringing stuff to their own person when they come back home. Bad stuff, you know.
They bring a person home. Where's the groceries?
I don't have the groceries, but I brought you some AIDS.
What?
Wait, you said eggs? No, AIDS.
Oh,
Eggs, right? Because I didn't hear AIDS. Yeah, okay, you'll find out. But yeah, and then something we were talking about, like, so what is pegging? Because not pagan, pegging.
I just heard about pegging.
And I'm not even talking about.
Do you know what that is? Pegging?
I'm not even talking. See, the crazy thing is, to me, I think gay. But I'm not even talking about gay people doing this. It's a weird thing. But I would talk about this with gays because I would think this is gay. But
the act could
is
like,
it?
So it's like there's a straight woman that has a straight male partner and they're married or whatever. When a guy says to his woman, when you know they know about what pegging is, they say, "Hey, let's do some pegging tonight." It's when you know what happens, right?
So is this when the woman puts on a strap on?
Yeah.
So can it also be when you have it and you don't strap it on, but you like put it inside?
Yeah.
Or is that just a butt
It could
plug?
be both. It could be both. Well, no, I mean, there's more than just butt plugs. I mean, you strap on, dildos, all of them. But it's the act of, and they called it pegging. Just like there's one called sloshing. Have you heard of sloshing?
What's sloshing?
That sounds horrible. You're right.
Oh, you
Deke.
guys
Let's
don't
talk
know?
about it.
Oh, I'm embarrassed to say it.
Well,
So
we
it's
got
with.
Educational class.
I have a friend who's a woman who had a birthday party of all her friends from all colors of the rainbow, and her birthday party, they got her a cake, and she had to sit on the cake with no underwear on, and then she would get aroused by the cake, and then there would be sort of a crescendo and then explosion, and then everyone in the room would take a piece of the cake and eat it. That's sloshing. I know. They wasted a good cake.
How did the cake make her
Crescendo?
Yeah. What is this? What
The big O.
Are we talking about? Like she pooped?
No, she just sat on it because it felt good.
She had an orgasm?
Yeah,
no.
that's it.
What is this? Like, was there a peg in there or a dildo that she sat on? Like, what's the explosion?
I mean, three of us are trying to
We're talking about a one-time sitting,
There was
right?
a peg leg in the middle of the cake. No, I'm just kidding.
That would make sense. What is it with this cake that made the explosion?
I don't know. Don't have a vag, so
Okay, anybody out there that's listening that know what this sloshing on a cake is, call Luke so Luke can tell Pence
No.
so we can figure out what this is.
Oh, well, the problem is,
And my man the Deep over
it's
there.
a waste of cake. And I
well,
love
the
cake.
problem is we didn't. I don't really know about this number to station right now. So
I don't know. They ain't got to
So-
call. They can email it.
yeah, so they'd be calling my number.
No, don't call his number.
I don't want to see all the messages of like, this is what sloshing. They start saying sloshing, right? They
It's
start
not smoshing. That's something else.
sloshing.
There's
and
some
then-
smoshing too. What the hell? All these acronyms.
It's
man.
when they take when she sits or whoever sits on the cake, they take it and smosh it in your face.
Holy
So
cow.
me, so
Too much time.
Why do?
So-
Yeah, no
why is
kidding.
everything with a cake? Like,
Well, it's just that particular act or interest.
so it doesn't always. So what I'm getting is it doesn't always involve a cake. It's
No, that's just one fetish, I believe.
it could involve a brownie.
It
So
could be
how
a,
does
it
it-
could be a caramel brownie.
Yeah. So you have to. It has to be on something that makes something explode a little bit.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
So my mentality is coming from a straight man. I don't know any kind of other things to adopt to it. I might sometimes I might have thought Demi, but
Yeah.
like half. I just as I've grown, I do have to have the feelings, and well, I guess I guess it stopped, and I just have it found my feeling spot, but so to me, I think that the things we're talking about, like the pegging, I think it involves. If a straight guy does it, would you think he really is wanting tendencies to be gay? Because to me, that involves why is this guy wanting that thing rampant?
I think it could be a power dynamic.
Yeah.
Mostly, a power dynamic. I mean, you might.
He-
I can't speak because I've never had the experience.
Yeah,
but
we're
I
just
think it's a
talking.
power- Yeah, I think
this,
it's like a
we
power
just
dynamic,
brainstorm in
right?
this room.
Power dynamic.
No fact checks. We're just brainstorming. Well, hey, this is
I'm surprised you don't know these terms. You're pretty hip.
yeah.
I
So
thought I was hip. I don't know.
so I had a co-host for a while, Cassandra. I don't think you were on when she was.
I don't think I met
So
Constitution.
co-hosts don't last long, and that's why I was so surprised. Like every time she come through, I was like, "What? You're here again? Okay, yeah, let's do this." And she would come and she would educate the show about because she was on that the Fit Life and all that. She was all into the community, and so every week she would be the one that educates about all these orientations and the fetishes and all of that. I think you were on during Sebastian.
Maybe I think it's good for you to have a co-partner so that they can balance you out.
Yeah, that other guy, he didn't last long. No, he lasted longer than I thought.
I think you would be good.
Gosh, I can't.
And you too.
Now I already said his name. I can't even. I don't feel like I can.
What's our names? Quick.
Because he was actually someone I gave the boot to. So yeah, I don't feel like I can. But yeah, boy.
And what-
you being that mean to give somebody the boot?
No, well, yeah, because it was after a while. It was like, well, found some stuff about him to where it's like, gosh darn it, he infiltrated me when I was going through a vulnerable situation myself. Because I found a timeline to where this guy it was obvious that he was just trying to intercept and be on someone's show.
Oh,
darn
he's
it.
trying to steal your thunder.
And then I saw his mugshot presence, and I was like, damn it. At least I wasn't guilty.
I want to say that I don't speak for all LGBT plus queer plus people.
Yeah.
That's just sort of my limited knowledge, but definitely the demisexual is my thing. That it's personal for me. It's personal for everybody. So just because I might talk about splashing or some of the things that I've heard, it doesn't mean that they're bad or they're just
No.
different. It's not my thing. I like the long walks on the beach, so that's what I like to do.
Yeah, we haven't done it.
With a cake
Oh my
or without a
gosh.
cake?
I
It's
will,
with a cake right now.
I will eat the cake because I love dessert.
As long as they know
Before
it's-
or after someone has sat on that cake?
But you gotta-
Before the pegging, and then after they sat on the cake.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my balls in a cake.
Cake bagging.
Cake
Is it?
bagging.
Oh my god!
Cake
We just
bagging.
invented
Is
a
that
new
a
one.
thing?
That's
Now-
so awesome.
Now watch, we're gonna hear somebody
Oh my
next year.
gosh.
Did you cake bag your cake?
Well, she is demisexual. We haven't taken long walks on the beach, but we have taken long walks. We have taken long walks.
I like her better than him.
Maybe she should
I want
be the
her to be
co-host.
the hostess.
No, see,
Yeah.
this is how you get her talking. Just talk.
Yeah, you're talking about
and then
me.
get
I'm
her
right
talking.
here. It's like I don't even.
We do take long walks. Now we
I
take
like the banter. This is good.
now we take long walks, but they're in place at a gym, and yeah, and
It's called a treadmill.
oh yeah, we love the lemon.
You know you're going to be talking about pegging later. I'm just kidding.
No. In fact, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, I guess.
I want to hear a joke. Do you know a joke? Can we hear a joke?
Yeah.
We haven't heard nothing about
So-
this comedy.
Right?
So about a deep right here. Gosh, I'm just gonna call you the deep all the time. That's not right. Deep.
No, it's fine. Go for it.
Need an octopus.
I got to stop that.
He said my girl calls me the deep too.
Yeah, come on, you're giving too high expectations now.
After a little pegging.
I would go, I would go deep if I was.
This is a
not.
funny crew.
Um,
But I want to see.
no,
your
but
jokes.
so being a comedian,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna act like you're the only comedian in the room. But you're also our India ambassador of comedy, and India ambassador until we find a new one. So he would say, tell us a joke. He just wants to hear a joke. But also, when you hear that all the time, you've heard that before, right?
Yeah, many times.
And it's like you're not actually on the job. This is where you come to hang out. You're coming. Did you think you were going to do a set here?
No, not
Okay. Yeah, because you know what's messed up? Like that is part of like why I was like uncomfortable
That's so funny.
when I considered myself a comedian.
And also,
Well,
just
actually,
like,
other people called me a comedian. That's why I was like, wait, I'm a comedian. Oh,
They're so
darn it, I
mean.
gotta
They
be-
lied to you? No.
But so like when I'm out of work and people know that I work at a supermarket, they don't say, "Oh, you're a cashier. Hey, can you ring up my groceries?" You're like, "What the heck?" Right?
No, I guess it's
so
just
it's
like-
weird about the people just coming up to comedians. Hey, can you tell me a joke? Like you're not
but
on the clock right now.
I guess comedy is different because they just seem to be impressed by you that you can go up and do that shit. So they're like, why don't you tell me a joke right now? But what they don't
kinda
understand
rude,
is
though.
like, it's fine. I'm used to it now. Yeah.
That's kind of mean though. They make it so you got to get used to it.
Can you tell us a joke? Just kidding.
I have a pegging joke, but now
Oh wow! Well, the fact that you got a pegging joke. Now I want to be that typical guy that says, "Tell me a joke."
no, it's like now you know the joke is about that, but I'll butcher my own joke because I'm not on stage. But it's like in the set I see a moment when like no one's expecting me to say this, and then I just say that I love anal sex, and people start laughing like this. And then I keep on saying I love anal sex. But I have a question for all the ladies out there. Like, why do we have to convince you so much? It takes days, months, 7 years before they finally agree to put on a strap on.
Okay,
That's the pegging joke. That was good.
that's good. I didn't know where it was going. Even though
I told you where it was going.
Yeah,
I
you
told you it was a
But you
joke.
also took good pauses because that's where you would have the audience sort of.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
told me
that's
where it was
good.
going, but I thought you moved on from that though. I like because you,
think it's funny.
you had like a awkwardness, like oh, jeez. I'm gonna talk about that, but I got a joke for you. So I thought you went on to something else, but you did talk. You did bring that up on stage. That was
Yeah.
your joke, and I like how you had like a seriousness to where people do tune in and be like, is this fun? Oh my gosh, okay, it is funny.
Yeah, so you have to like, comedy is all about building the tension in the room and then breaking that tension.
Yeah. It's
So like
awesome.
that's why I keep on saying the same thing so that the people in the audience start hating me, and then I turn them and bring them back to my side. And that when that tension breaks, then they laugh.
Yeah,
Were you
it's
the
funny.
second person up, or I mean, because I didn't show up on time anyway, so I don't know.
I don't know what number I was on that night.
He
You just
ghosted
amped,
you?
Who?
He ghosted you?
No.
Bro, no, man, I'm going out with Dana here. Jeez, no, talking about his comedy set.
Okay, I want to see a comedy set. I'm gonna make you a deal. When you're healed, I'll come see the comedy set. We might all.
Oh no,
come see it.
you can come to my. I'm doing a show at Mo Greens this Friday. If you want to.
Mo
come.
Greens?
Yeah, Mo Greens. It's like a weed dispensary.
Oh, interesting. And that's a great place to do comedy. And
You
get
don't have to
stoned.
smoke the weed.
Oh.
Do you not smoke the weed?
I don't smoke weed.
Okay, yeah, okay, you didn't. Because you're just sober living in general. Yeah, you don't have to smoke the weed, right?
I'm California sober now too. It means before I was just sober, I couldn't do anything. But I'm California sober, I think, because my thing was meth. If I decided I wanted to maybe do some gummies and maybe it had a little bit of THC, I'm not going to freak out about it because the programs and the therapy that I do now, I'm not in any one set group. Like 12-step groups aren't my thing. So I'm a lot more flexible about it. And I think it came around the time when I decided I'm also demisexual. So moving to Portland during COVID and coming back here, you grow. I mean, it's dirty as hell here and there's more drugs here, but I'm happier here. There's more sunlight here and I'm demisexual and, I'm California sober. Are you California sober?
No,
No, he's drinking a seltzer right
Oh.
there. It's got liquor in it.
I'm sorry.
I already tested that out, but I don't know. I gave him 2 drinks. Have you drank some of the seltzer?
Yeah, I've been drinking the seltzer. And
How's the other one taste versus that?
let me try it.
Diet
See-
Mist.
See how.
Yeah, it's
sober living-
okay. It tastes like
So
Mountain Dew
he
or
isn't
Sprite.
he isn't sober living.
Yeah.
He likes the other one.
When I met you, speaking about sober,
I was
I
pretty
was
hammered, yeah.
100% sober, and my goal of creating a film, getting to rock climbing, was to carry the message to other suffering addicts. But I was strict. Like I couldn't.
Gosh,
I
darn,
couldn't.
you were 100%
Yeah.
sober.
Like I couldn't go to clubs or bars. I would not allow myself for 11 years to go to a bar or a club because I was afraid that I would get triggered. But I'm such a strong person now that wouldn't happen. And I wouldn't talk to people that did meth, even if it was just high by.
Okay, yeah, I don't do
I
meth
just
anymore.
wouldn't do that.
No.
But you know what? Those are human beings. And so I'm at a place right now. It's like I just described. If someone gave me a glass of Bordeaux and I was on the French Riviera in France and it was a very expensive glass of wine or Bordeaux, I can't say that I wouldn't try it. So I'm open to the possibility, but I'm not looking to do it.
So you get this like therapy thing. So
Yeah.
so your
Yeah.
relapsing wouldn't be a problem.
I mean, I don't look at it that way now, but
I mean,
according
obviously
to my
not the
12-step
meth or the
friends,
heroin,
according
yeah.
to my 12-step friends, that would be a problem. But now I use climbing as a tool for people, whether they're addicted or they're recreational drugs or whatever. Because even if you're not addicted to drugs, it still makes you feel like crap, and it still can change your body, and you can still have bad skin, your teeth
Yeah.
can still fall out. All those things can happen. But so I try to use climbing as a tool. It's like, hey, come, I'm a matchmaker. I've gotten 18 couples together in my climbing group. Get your climb on. Come and meet some people, meet a date, So I try to be inclusive of how I share my message with people. And if you're still using and you come to one climbing group, then that's great because I did my part to get you one. But if you don't come to the next few, at least I tried. So I help all people, whether they're addicted or not, to come climb and have fun and change their lives in a meaningful way. That's my
Yeah.
speech.
So
Boom.
How long?
And then there's going to be a
Yeah.
pegging meetup too. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, he got excited.
No, I'm
Wow, he got excited.
you
there.
got excited. Your nose is turning red.
No, I saw deep, man. You were
you-
excited there for a
Yeah,
moment.
you did shift. We heard it.
No, I thought about like after you.
He wants to watch it. Is that right? You want to watch it? You don't.
I'll
You
I'll
got him
probably watch
speechless.
something else.
You
But
were
yeah, when
thinking
you
about
finish your
something.
climb, there might be a cake up there.
You're terrible. You're terrible. I'm not going to go on that time.
Or you gotta grab onto the butt plugs instead of just. Well, they call them pegs, right?
Well, the climbing holds look like sometimes phallic or sometimes like boobs. They call them what do they call
You're
them?
not gonna make
Jugs. They call them in climbing. They call some of the holds jugs. Look at those big
Stop
old jugs.
sucking on the damn climbing, bro.
You're gonna make me. Yeah. Okay. This is. I got this from the person that helps me with my news.
Okay.
And you brought something up. So a 2,000-year-old phallic wooden darning tool may have been an ancient Roman dildo. Archaeologists admit. So they found a 2,000-year-old phallic wooden darning tool that they say was an ancient dildo.
That will.
Ancient dildo.
I'm sorry, but that will hurt somebody.
They could just do a DNA test and see if find out if there's any,
King Tut or someone.
if there's
Any poop?
anything on it.
See, yeah, that's why we're back to the pegging. But yeah,
I
those things.
wonder why. I wonder why.
those things.
He whips out a peg.
No, but honestly, like when I have watched the porn stuff, I do is I'm more like, wow, what the? I'm more like interested, like how? Wow, that must hurt. Like like so. I mean, I would maybe watch some, and well, until like if someone's moaning, it's like, oh gosh, I can't hear some guy moan. What the hell? but it would be, yeah, I'd have to walk away then. But it would be a trip to be like, wow, what the hell? How is he taking that? Oh my gosh. Just like I don't understand fisting.
Oh, please don't. I'm such a weak stomach. Can't.
Well, you would have to be for fisting. I mean,
God.
Somebody punch you in the ass.
Oh man, I just don't get it.
how is that? Like, it's not just the ass either. It's the vagina they be fisting. So,
Really?
that would be the straight guys, I guess. But to me, there's so many things straight guys. I feel like going like this with the straight guys do because it's like, it makes me skeptical. Like, I ain't gonna hate on you. Do what you want, but
let your freak fly, or your freak fly.
But you're kind of meandering into border of the other side here. You know, with especially dudes be doing.
I mean, everything's a spectrum nowadays.
Yeah, it's a spectrum.
If you getting something deep down your buttocks, it's hard for me to go like, bro. Like if some guy was.
I'm so glad she's got her earphones on.
If some guy was sharing that with me, being like, "Hey man, last night my girl,
she pegged me.
I'm not gonna be able to like look at you."
Respect that guy.
And let me guess, you talked her into that, right?
My ass hurt.
Yeah, yeah. Be walking all funny. You're like,
why are you walking all peg-legged this morning?
You're trying to play basketball. You running down the court. Man, why you going your ass? I don't know.
man, last night. You know, and the messed up thing is, a lot of you guys start off conversations like, man, last night.
Yeah.
Oh man, we tried something new. It was so good. You're like, I don't know if I want to hear this. And then they'll say, but like, nah, man, I didn't want to hear that. It wasn't normal. I mean, to what I would think as a more straight guy.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's so interesting though, because there's the spice is a variety of life. There's so many different types of things that people enjoy, so many fetishes, and it's weird. I won't do a lot of them, but that doesn't mean that
I feel like it's kind of disrespecting the gay community for
why? You mean
for
because
the,
somebody
for the
else
straight
invented
guys
pegging?
to be doing the butt stuff.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
They
'cause
probably
it's-
like it.
Have
They
you
probably
ever
like
seen the Romans?
Yes.
They say, how do you separate the men from boys in Rome? With a board.
Yeah, I think they took on younger boys, some of those soldiers back in the day. That's what I heard from some in the text. you know.
Soldiers, artists, everyone had like a boy
That's what's happening
apprentice.
over in Ukraine.
Oh, really?
It's some Russian soldiers are raping men.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand about
So sad.
our president going over there right now, and then their president coming over here. It's like, well, it don't look so bad over there. They seem to be doing pretty good with their traveling, and I saw the view when they were both walking together in the Ukraine. I'm like, dang, it looks pretty good right there. We could just draw everyone back, right? We could take our weapons back away. They seem to be doing good.
So
out there.
you saw some pictures of where it's not war torn, like it's nice, or is that what
I
you mean?
mean, our president's walking with the Zelensky guy in the Ukraine, and it looks so nice. I see the sun and all that, and they're like walking. I see the flowers. Like dang, I guess we've helped enough out there. We seem to be doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially if he could just take a plane down there.
Wait,
I mean, it's not like you can just take a plane down there. It must have been planned, and it was not like announced that he's going over there. So,
yeah.
I have a friend who has a lot of family in Ukraine, and the war is still pretty much going on. It's still.
I like the Ukrainians. I mean, I don't know about Zelensky, but I like the Ukrainians.
Zelensky was one of us. He was a comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean,
Oh, you are also a comedian?
So when you comedian guys say one of us, like, I mean, I feel like a lot of you guys hate each other too. So it's like, I mean,
There's a lot of comedians that hate each other because I think it's a lot of jealousy. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of people that don't want to help other people out because they're jealous. And comedians, everybody want to get somewhere before someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm going to make it and I got some friends around me, I'm going to take everybody I can with me.
Yeah.
because I don't want to be
You
there
lift
by
them up.
myself.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
smart.
I mean,
I wish more people were like that.
you know,
The only way to get forward is by like taking everyone along with you on the
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
How
If
many
you-
followers do you have on Instagram?
I don't have a lot. I have like 270. I guess.
We need to work on that.
You're keeping it real. It's
I don't
like
have a
it
lot
sounds
of
like my
people on
TikTok
Insta-
right
I don't
there.
have a lot of people on social media. I should, but I don't get into social media that much. I guess because I'm up higher up in age. I don't look at having to tell everybody, hey, this is what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah, I guess now that you just have to do it. It's
Yeah.
part of the business now.
You don't need to sell it. I mean, you just get, as long as you're doing fine yourself. I mean, it's sad how many comedians I've seen. I feel like they have to suck people off, and it's not something they would enjoy doing for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes of stage time, to get bumped on the list.
I
Be like,
wouldn't do it.
be like, hey man, it's a full list right now. I'll suck you off. I'll suck it.
For an open mic.
Yeah, if we're talking about open mic, we're like, bro, you didn't. Well, people. No. People suck hers off to get it. Well, and then, well, no, she will suck off at a different venue.
The food stamps.
Aw.
See, that's another thing.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk.
That's another thing. Should you be on food stamps if you own anything that could be a value? Period. If you have a, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they should legitimately be for people that really need.
I was
to
on
eat.
food stamps once in the city, and I had to say how much I had. So that's why I'm like, what the hell? Because one time I was living in San Mateo, and the guy became a homicide, so I had to leave without like too much notice. I thought I'd have more notice, more cushion since I've been there for a while, but the guy became an investigation. So once they contacted relatives, they were like, "Hey, you got to get the boot." I was like, "I got stuff in there." Couldn't get my stuff back. Luckily, my didn't have guinea pigs. They were safe at the time, so I didn't have to leave them in there and to die. So I was like, well, they wouldn't let me get my stuff. This sucks. I guess I'm homeless in San Francisco. But then, so I went to the GA office, got the stamps, and then it turns out they actually said I was accepted because the computers weren't working at the time. So I was like, "Damn, what?" so I slipped in there.
Slip through there.
It wasn't just the homeless part. Wow.
No, we ain't gonna get you food stamps because you're homeless. Oh, fuck that.
But you can live good off in the city being that. Like, I went out to restaurants. Here's my card.
Oh, they take EBT cards.
Yeah, I was like,
Places do now.
here's my card. I went to farmers markets. They're like, yeah, I think I'll be wanting to spend this much today. And then they give you like the blue chips. You go to like some customer service, and they cash you out there. But if you should be on them, you should be on them. Fine. Like, I even feel like my mom should be on them. Why is she so too humble? I don't know.
Let's call her up and ask her.
Yeah, well, I mean, because she doesn't have like,
Mom, why didn't you know EBT?
I mean, rent's expensive, and she ain't working that much. And the people I seen on the food, like, I seen some people that got $1,000 where they're like, damn, what the hell, But it's a good program for people that need it. Yeah, well, you shouldn't be like owning businesses and all that, and
Yeah.
beyond the stamps. I seen people that were like, they'll own businesses and be like, yeah, I don't eat much. This is for but I got my food stamps for the comedians where I'm gonna feed. And I'm like, yeah, so some of that should go to me because I'm helping pay for you to be on food stamps. Since you're just giving it away here, you're like, what the hell? I don't eat much. This is for all the comedians that I'm gonna feed to do time. Like, well, what's wrong with you? You own things. You just taking that under the table money. You could give me a little something on the table. No, not talking about the BJ's. President's Day. I didn't. All I wrote was President's Day.
Oh.
So who's your favorite president?
Oh God.
Because it's President's Day right now.
I would say Obama was my first, and my second runner-up was probably who's the guy that wrote the poetry? Jimmy Carter. Those
Jimmy
two are my
Carter.
Yeah, he's about to kick the bucket. Man.
favorite. Yeah, he was a good guy though.
I built houses for that guy.
You did?
For the poor. I mean,
Oh.
because of him. Habitat for Humanity, they call it.
What about you, President?
I don't know, maybe Obama.
Presidents.
Yeah.
Who?
Obama.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't. I know Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden.
You like Trump?
No, I'm just.
Oh,
You're starting stuff.
All right.
You're stirring the pot.
He was fun though. Like
Trump.
every tweet he made was just funny to see.
As the bigger than life personality, yeah, he was all about just stirring people up and
I
stirring.
mean, it
the pot.
shows you how presidency is just, or politics is just a job. Because honestly,
Like for us immigrants, anytime he tweeted, like our world would move left or right. I like he would just woke up with a new plan about immigrants. I would like, oh,
Oh, he's just embarrassing.
Are you talking about Trump?
Who was your favorite president?
Me, my favorite president was Clinton.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I forgot about him.
Clinton, Bush, Obama.
Nice.
I kind of like Reagan because he was kind of
Reagan was cool.
senile. In
Yeah, yeah.
his second term, that's when I started.
I like Clinton too. Clinton was a good guy.
Clinton, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Clinton
it
was
was so bad. I
Clinton
mean,
was humanized
Yeah.
because he got a blowjob.
see,
But I think all of our presidents, because they're super stressed, I don't care if male or female. If you see, like Carlos Mencia said, if you see your president in the fucking in the elevator or anywhere and he looks a little stressed, go down there and give him a
see,
little
this is
rub.
Yeah,
why
let-
this is why I don't understand why people hate Trump so much, because he took on everything his own. He put a lot of his own money in.
Trump didn't
into
let-
being president.
Stop. Hold
He
on.
brought his own blowjobs into office.
Okay, blowjobs, yes. His own money, no.
And so everyone's hating on the guy, yet he brought a lot of his own.
But he offended a lot of people, and it was the way in which he said things.
But first, he didn't use any of his money. Zero.
Yeah,
Mhm.
He
true.
used everybody else's money and kept his.
Well,
That's
smart.
why his ass.
You're
is in
talking about
trouble.
people that gave
Because
him
he li-
money.
No, he lied and said that he used their his money, and then he lied and said he wasn't going to take a salary. He took all 4 years. He took $400,000 from our pockets to put in his that he said he wasn't going to take.
Oh wow.
He also
Not for me.
everything that he said
take
that he
my money.
wasn't going to do, he
He did.
did.
Didn't take my money.
And the main people he cared about wasn't him or wasn't us. He only cared about him.
Yeah.
That's why he wanted to stay in power. He didn't give a fuck about the Congress, anybody else, the judges or anything. He did all that stuff so that they would hire him because he ran for president 3 other times.
Yeah.
Lost horribly.
Every time.
I like
he
how he
was
was all
running the
about making
casino-
America great.
He didn't make America shit. When he was when he fucked up those casinos back in the 80s
Yeah.
in Atlantic City, he tried to run for president then. No.
Nope.
The only reason he got into where he was this time is because he made him hate him hate him.
Yeah.
Him
He created
hate
that.
everybody. This country is not the same anymore.
Yeah.
I
It
can't
isn't.
walk down. Me and you couldn't walk down the street together as
Holding
friends.
hands.
No, I'm just saying as friends. We couldn't walk down the street without somebody going, "Look at those 2 faggots right there."
Really?
They don't even know us.
I mean,
You know.
I don't even know where you're going
He
with that.
does though, but you
It's
don't.
just it's the fact of just
Look
two
at that
guys
outfit,
walking
yeah.
down the street.
Yeah,
You know,
it's so
that's the
sad it's
first
gotten
thing
back to that time.
You know, some redneck is going to think is those 2 guys are faggots because they're walking together. No, this could be my best friend. who
Yeah.
we grew up
Or-
together
yeah.
with, and we're kicking.
Or your adopted brother
You know,
or something, or
it
your
could be
landlord.
But they'll label you first.
Your peg
before
friend.
you do anything.
You think so?
And that's what Trump brought
Yeah.
out of everybody. Dude,
He
I
did.
studied-
He kind of pitted.
I mean,
people
I don't
against each
really.
other.
Yes.
So being in the Bay Area, I don't really see. I mean, no, I mean, so I don't see the white supremacy everyone talks about with the like. They seem to think the like white hoods and all that are bad.
Oregon.
But-
Oregon had him when I was
But
there.
I have
Yeah, Oregon is a clan.
it has
hotspot.
tripped me out
Crazy. I didn't even
that
know
racism does exist. It has tripped me out
It's
when
gotten
I
worse than
when
ever.
I'll be ringing someone and be like, yeah, so
those people.
we got to get rid of those people, right? Like,
Who are
yeah,
those
that
people?
freaking guy over there, right? they just steal, and then I don't realize they're talking about black people. I'm like, wait, hold on, wait, no, I'm just talking about thieves here. I thought we were talking about thieves, and he said, oh, we got to get the black people and the brown people come over here. I'm like, wait, for one thing, you lost me with the black people.
But I think Trump did give a platform for people for hate, but it also made us distrust the people that we began to accept years ago. You know,
it made us distrust the people that we're supposed to trust.
Yeah, right.
Because politicians now, back in the day, everybody did kind of trust them.
Yeah.
But now since Trump, man,
I don't see where Trump did that, but I mean, I see it in the world.
Where were you at?
But I mean, I think we could walk around this.
Out for the last 4 years.
Or alcohol?
I think we could walk down the street. I mean, look, he's gay, and I think we could even walk down the street without people like.
Because I don't. Well, yeah. I don't look at it.
Gay.
Me and some of my friends were in Washington. We went on a fellas trip. It was the first time that me and my guys that we grew up
Sausage
together
fest.
got a chance to go somewhere. Now we went out because we went to go visit two of our other friends that lived in Washington. So we all went out there. It's our first time in the state, and the first thing we're going to buy some beer and stuff. Truck full of rednecks came down driving down the street. Niggers! So we said, pull over.
Man,
And it just kept going.
That makes me so
I'm gonna have to
mad.
break it to you.
It's crazy, man.
I'm gonna have to break it to you. I've had black Trump supporters on my show.
Oh, there's a ton of black dumbass Trump supporters because they don't know no fucking better. Most black people that are against something good, because the ones that kill me are the ones that's against Obama. These are
that's
black
sad.
people
Okay.
That, he is jealousy. The main thing that a lot of black and brown people are jealous of each other. And I don't care if y'all listening out there, you can call in if you want to. You want my damn email address, I give it to you. They're all fucking jealous of what other people have. And it's done by design.
Yeah.
Some blacks kept their kids away from other black kids because, they're not the same black as you. Just the fuck we are.
That's so sad.
It's just you got
that mentality.
than I do. Is everyone wants to be better than everyone else instead of everybody realizing that we're all the same.
But it keeps people ignorant and it
Exactly.
makes people fearful
What
of
the
each
hell?
other.
So
Hi. Back to Peggy.
So I did.
I
I mean, I don't know, man. Okay, well, yeah, well, I mean, we don't have too much time in the day. But the crazy thing is, I mean, I feel like I don't quite on point when we talk about like certain people. But then you start talking about certain things. I'm like, well, I agree. That's the worst part when I actually do agree with some of the things you say, like the way you ended there. I'm like, dang it, all right. But yeah, we could definitely.
I could see you as an advocate.
We should definitely go to a back and forth political show because I feel like that would be different. We could talk about issues, but then when it comes to political show, then we would be talking about like people, and then we go a whole different over there.
throw my hat in the ring for mayor of Oakland
Why not?
because I'd cuss everybody.
They got rid of.
So?
Oh, speaking of
Because
cussing,
I would think that instead of my police going to handle things, I would go do it first, and then if my police couldn't, because I think that
Go with them.
Say if Biden want to get into a war with Russia.
Yeah.
Well, I think him and Putin should go for like 5
Yeah.
rounds in the fucking
Yeah,
ring.
with each other first.
Y'all fight, motherfucker, and don't be sending.
I mean, why can't they just duke it out? I don't know. Make them two go at it. I mean, all right.
Any two leaders? Those are the ones that they want.
I like how
war, they should fight.
Pamela Anderson likes the Putin. So we were talking about TV shows, right?
I guess.
What were we were
an
talking
hour
about,
ago.
we were talking about TV shows. We need to get back to that.
You the one that sidetracked it.
Let's talk about Rockaholic. Can
I
I
don't
say
know how
something
that
real?
happens. Yeah.
Let's talk about Rockaholic.
Okay.
So when I first met you, I had just finished a film called Rockaholic, which is a story about how
Not
rock climbing
cocaine.
saved the lives of 3 addicts. So I wrote it, I produced it, and I threw myself in it with two other climbers. So when I first did that film, it was to touch people, to share the message, to tell people, hey, we used rock climbing. It could be anything. It could be knitting. It could be riding a bike to stay sober and to change your life in a meaningful way. So I was thinking I was going to make it this big indie film. I was going to put it in all the film festivals. It has changed. I put it on hold during COVID, and now living in Portland, Oregon for the last 2 years, I thought about, well, how can I use this at a smaller level? Oh, my film was about community too. So I'm really focusing, having my film Rockaholic be more of a tool for transformation for the sober community, sober living houses, 12 steps, whatever, and also for the climbing community. Because if I share it at smaller levels, I could do private screenings. I could use it as a tool in the classroom. So that's kind of where I am with that. I'm still going to put it into film festivals by the end of the year, a couple. But I'm not like, oh, it's going to be commercial. Oh, it's going to be like free solo, and we're going to put it on National Geographic Channel.
Sundance
it's
Festival,
not.
yeah.
I don't have that sort of desire to do that. That's not my goal. And the other thing is that what I'm focused on is using my climbing group now, which is called Get Your Climb On, which inspired the film. I'm using that as a way to really change and transform people in a major way. So if there's anybody out there that needs a change, whether it be addiction or even mental health stuff, and you want something positive to do, you want to meet people, I can hook you up. I'm a matchmaker. Come to my group. It's on Meetup. It's called it's called meetup.com/G-Y-C-O. www.meetup.com/GY- what am I missing? C-O. And we do meetups every Sunday at 11 a.m. at Mission Cliffs. It's an indoor climbing gym. You don't have to be perfect. We'll teach you. You'll have fun. We go out to eat afterwards. And I take people outdoor climbing too. We do climbs anywhere from like locally to Yosemite. I've taken people to Thailand. I've taken people to China.
I like Thailand.
So my meetup is really amazing place to meet people and to maybe change your life.
So I got a question. What should you wear to the rock
for
climb?
Get Your Climb On meetups, you just kind of wear like stuff that you're going to the gym where it's comfortable. If you're climbing, you're having to do some high steps, so you want to make sure it's flexible. Jeans don't work, and they rent out the harness for you there, and then they also give you climbing shoes. So all you really have to do is have comfortable clothing and maybe bring some water, and then that's it. I'm going to take you one of these days because I don't think you've ever gone with me. Mission Cliffs. I'll take all of you when your
I'm
legs
game. I got my leg back. I got the titanium, and I like
Geico, Get Your Climb.
I like the way it feels when I've used it too much, and it gets all swollen.
What?
It feels good because I could feel that rod in there. You know what's messed up though?
Oh gosh.
So the rod I don't mind too much. Part that kind of I don't like is how my screws are sticking out like my foot is Frankenstein.
Oh wow.
Like they
Are you for real?
Yeah, like if I feel my like ankle area, I'm really feeling my they got like my screws just sticking out there, and it's like it rubs against things. It's like I don't think I don't know. I was thinking, dang, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, but maybe I was pretty bad. I don't know.
Let's see the screws.
No, it's in my.
Oh,
it's in my ankle. Oh. Well, no, I mean it's I gotta take off my shoe.
No, we're good.
Right there, right? It's like right there. Huh? Oh, I got ran over, and when I was at the other place, the other station.
Every time you tell me about that story, man, I want to beat the shit out of the dude that ran your ass over, dude, man.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, it was on video. You think I could do an investigation, but I did not.
I'm protective over my friends, man.
I did not die, unfortunately. Because if I died, they'd be like, there was a murder here. We got to go find these guys.
You like cats and guinea pigs. You're the last person that needs to be attacked by. It was like a waste of time.
But I have this stupid justice mindset to where I'm like, wait, I just got robbed. These guys ran out. So then I go jump in their car, start fighting.
That's why.
And then when they stopped the car, I didn't realize what was going to happen next. They threw me to the ground and ran me over. And then my adrenaline was going, so I didn't realize that I couldn't chase them. I got up to chase them, and then my bones looked like...
They literally drove over your leg?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
My bones were... I was like, nope, no, I can't chase them. I can't chase them. Yeah, I thought I wasn't going to walk again. Yeah, I don't scream very much. I let out a scream.
I bet you did. I would have.
Rip a goddamn car.
Plus, no one was around anyway, so so I could openly scream, and which is amazing because I visited that same location. I'm like, it's busy every other time. What the hell?
Why not? Yeah, why not that?
21st and Harrison. No, go figure. So, Deep, are people, when you, in your culture, is it okay to cuss on stage?
Not really. India has a very conservative culture. Some people do, but like typically people don't like it.
I find, I think in your culture, I like the guy comics a lot better. Maybe
There
I
is a
just
guy.
haven't seen.
Who's that famous guy that
Russell.
cusses? What's his name?
Wait,
Russell Peters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but it's
see,
the famous
Russell
Indian guy,
Peters.
another one.
Nimesh Patel.
Sorry.
Aziz.
Yeah, he cracks
I
me
do
up
feel
when he
like I like the
cusses.
guys better, and this is something I've.
But they are all like American and Canadians. I don't consider
Oh, they're
them.
not
They don't
really
count?
from India?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like women really bring out their accent a lot more than the
They
guys.
bring him out.
I'm not sure if that's. Do you feel like the women kind of accentuate the accent more on stage to try to get the
No, but-
votes?
If you think about it, like every Indian comic I see in the Bay Area, that's all they do. Like a big portion of their act is just doing the accent of their parents.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, if
making
that
fun of
works.
them or where they come
Why
from.
is that so funny? I mean, so many Indian comedians do the same thing, but
The
it's
same.
still funny. But see,
Margaret
you
Cho
know,
does it about her.
But
queen,
you know,
see, as a black comedian, I can't do that.
Oh.
Because it's all been.
It's already been done. Eddie Murphy did that.
Yeah.
Buckwheat.
Eddie,
he was
The
great.
buckwheat, yeah.
all the guys. No, not Buckwheat. I was saying if I wanted to talk about my parents or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I see.
I can't. My parents don't have an accent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because you don't have an accent.
But I'm not Indian.
no, he's not Indian. Yeah.
I get mistaken as Indian all the time. I used to work at this computer company in San Jose called ASA Computers,
Mm.
and they found out I was a comedian. And a couple of guys, everybody there is from India,
Yeah.
and I was doing an Indian accent one day, just fucking around.
Oh
And
no.
then my boss was like, "Perfect." And so everybody that started working, they'd say, "Who's that black guy?" He said, "No, he's not black. He's from the Himalayas." And then he'll call me over. He'll call me by a different name, and I come over and start talking. And, "Oh, we thought you were black." I said, "Oh, I am." And then I walk away.
Well, I love being American because I could
Never
identify
been
as
anything
things.
else, huh?
I don't identify as white, so this is beautiful. Like I can identify with things.
Aren't you mixed, or don't you have a little bit? Of stuff
I'm
going
Portuguese.
Yeah.
So I
Do a DNA test. That's how I love fucking people up.
well, Dana's actually 3% black
on? Oh,
from
cool.
DNA thing. But I feel like I don't.
Everybody in this room has African in them.
Probably. I have Mexican too. I'm half Mexican.
Okay. There's no reparations for
I knew
the
that was
Mexican
coming.
people.
Oh my god. What for Mexican? No, I don't know.
They should, man, but all they did was just put up a fence and told them they can't come play
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You get something. So, Deep Tenchu, do you because I looked at your name, and it's like people probably don't think it's as basic as it is. Do you find people actually try to pronounce your name, and it's always wrong, even though it's so simple? You could just read it, and hey, it is what it is.
It's tough even for Indians to pronounce my name.
Really?
Yeah, like even Indians.
Because they don't believe that it's really your name, right?
No, what do you mean?
Because like they expect an accent, but it's really just like you just read it and you say your name easily. But do they expect an accent because of it's long? Do they expect like different syllables?
Are you getting this question?
I know what he's trying to say, but yeah, but I mean, so I'm a recruiter and I get a lot of people from India who apply, and so because I've talked to a lot of software engineers, for example, I'm assuming there could be a little bit of an accent of some sort, but
Like
but
if
not
you-
all the time because then I get surprised. So I really have no opinion either way.
I see people that are like dep instead of deep, or they or deep.
Deepest
Taunt, like they keep trying to pronounce it like, no, it's right there. Can't you just say the word you see? But people because they they think it's
Yeah, one
different.
like if I show my ID or something, then it's fine. When I speak my name, then it trips them off.
really. So it
Yeah.
takes you actually saying. I would think that'd be the opposite. Wow. So it takes you saying it for people for people.
Yeah,
to
because
get
when I say it the Indian way, which is deep tanchu. But-
Dipanshu?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Americans say deep tanchu. So
Oh,
like the-
Dipanshu.
yeah.
So
Deep down shoot.
so what do you So we were talking about drugs at the beginning. What are your I guess more what are your favorite drugs?
I don't do any drugs. I just don't have the time to do them.
What were your favorite, Michael?
Meth is definitely my favorite.
I had to get off that. That tastes too good.
It woke me up.
I did that stuff for a little bit, and I don't think I was an addict. I think I did it around addicts. That's what made me want to stop too.
We used to do meth together. I don't know if you remember. It was in the
No,
peninsula.
no,
Just kidding.
don't trip me up.
Just kidding.
No, but yeah, and it tasted, it made me
It
feel
did.
good. That's why I was like, I'm not supposed to feel this good, damn it. So I gotta stop doing this.
Yeah, I just don't like anything that gives you cheap dopamine.
You want real dopamine for sure.
Yeah, you want that pumped in your vein there, the real
No,
stuff.
that's also cheap. Like
Do you think? So we were talking about crack is for pussies.
I said that.
We were talking about that earlier. Is that?
There's one method. There's one dude upstairs said that to this dude doing fentanyl. He said, "You fucking crackhead." He said, "Crack's for pussies."
I mean, you know what I noticed from these tweakers? They're it's weird how they're not completely dumb.
I did it. I'm smart as hell.
Well, me and Dana, there was a guy harassing us at my car one time, and the guy was, we thought he was talking to himself. He was in a trip, and then she said something. So, what, bitch? And it's like, how did he even hear this? He was tweaking out. He was talking to himself. Like all of a sudden, he gets out of car. I had that happen at my job. Like there's a woman, she was talking to herself. I actually rang her up the whole time while she was talking to herself, tweaking out. So she had some money, and then she still this mother and all of a sudden like my manager says something and she's all yeah, what you say? Yeah, I heard that bitch, and it's like I'm just thinking, wow, she heard. I want to know what she heard because the fact that she's tweaking. So I want to know what she like. Maybe she heard something different. I want to know.
It could be both. They could have auditory hallucinations when they get really far along, but before that, it accentuates and it intensifies the sound and the sights. So you'll be having a tweaker in the middle of your store trying to find some soda, but real quick, she'll be down here, and then this lady's lost looking for like maybe some 7-Up. She knows all the way over here where the 7-Up is, which is all the way down the end. That's what trips me out. They just like have this sense.
So I guess we could talk about who died. There's a guy that died, that Belfort guy or whatever. What was it? Belfort?
Who?
Belfort?
I don't know what that is.
Who was that guy that died?
A lot of people died.
Who died? Oh, Richard Belzar.
Oh, the comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you didn't know? Wait, no, he's not a comedian. I don't think he's a comedian. Richard Belzar, is he a comedian?
I don't know.
He was on Law and Order.
Yeah, he was a comedian.
Oh yeah,
He was a
Oh. Wow, I didn't know he was a comedian.
But
I thought
it
he
didn't
just
happen,
busted
like,
pedophiles
today.
and rapists.
I thought it happened a while ago.
It happened like yesterday or day before.
Yeah. His last words were, F you, mother effer.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys could cuss, I can't.
Mother effer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, that was his last words. His
To who?
last
Who
words.
was he saying it to?
He was saying it out loud. That was his last words.
Oh.
So, what would you like your last words to be?
Bitch, please.
better have my name.
Deep Tenchu, what would you like
That's so bad.
What would you like
That's
your
good.
last words to be?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it
So, say you died today.
today.
You would know because you'd be dead.
To say I'm a recovering pegaholic.
No, not that. Definitely not that. I don't know.
I want to put whipped cream all over my body.
What?
before I die.
Okay.
Or I want to be on a beach with crackers all over my body and let the birds eat it off
That's the weirdest
before
thing
I
ever.
die. Before I die, which is going to be in 5 years.
Aw.
So.
No.
Yeah, so we talked about crack is for pussies. All right, so oh, wait, were we supposed to end soon?
You still got
Oh.
2 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we're just talking about National Pet Day. Y'all got any pets?
I hate pets.
I don't. I mean, I have dogs up in Alaska, but not here. I love dogs
Yeah, well,
over cats, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
if you hate pets,
Yeah, when I was a
this
kid,
will
I'd,
make you love a
Oh,
pet.
that's a cute face. Your cat does beautiful face.
I can do that.
You don't have a fish or anything?
No, I just take care of myself, and that's enough for me. I'm keeping myself alive.
I think I can help you with matchmaking. I think you would like some of the girls.
Look at that. Look at that right there. It's-
Oh, it is a
My,
adorable
I
face.
like my best friend is a big cat guy, but I am not.
Yeah, dogs are better.
And Luke, where can we find your?
Oh, we're done. Wait, I mean not done. We're doing last words. Period. All right, last words. To Michael and Deep Tanchu.
Yeah. You can find my film trailer, Rockaholic, on Vimeo, the 2016 version. And then you can find my group, Get Your Climb On, in Meetup.
All right.
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's JHA and Deep Tanchu.
Okay. Pretty sure we're following each other. Or,
Yeah.
Or if not, yeah, he's about to follow right there.
Yeah,
I'll follow
shit, you got a
back.
fan. You're funny. Even when you're not trying to. S-A-H.
No, you're looking at S&M. No. It's
What is it?
Let me just look you up.
you're looking up S&M.
Mine's Falcor77.
Yeah.
That
That
is
is you? That is you?
That's me.
Okay, I was gonna message to see if that's really you.
Falcor77.
Okay, now I'll follow back.
What?
All right, so
Falcor77.
F?
next week is what's really happening again next week, 4 to 6.
77.
I'm thinking maybe a rapper, a comedian.
That's me.
Yeah. Let's go for some maybe teacher.
Why don't you
Let's
have
do it?
one of our presidents come on?
Oh gosh, if I could get the
Eric
president to come on, that would be something else. But I don't think he knows where he is for the most part. You know, Biden would get lost trying to. Oh wait, we're okay. Yeah. Biden's a little. Yeah, that guy's a little crazy. Mr. Gangster with Alzheimer's. Okay, this was a what's really happening show. Yeah, we're done.
Thanks for having us.
Thing. Wow, that was cool, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little worried because I was like,